Here's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. T220R now out of his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Mon now off of play action. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Looks to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result. Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Mon. Smith catches left side. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now Mon. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Cook now off the read option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as a fair catch is signaled for and taken. 11, the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Vikings, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. And some room to run now. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 28.
46 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Now, back in my old days, before college, I played a little bit of offense. I used to love to pitch the ball to my backs. How about that pitch right on that play?
Yeah, going right. People run to the right more than to the left, don't they, in real life and in video games?
That is true. A lot of offenses constructed to run to the right side of the line of scrimmage. Those big tackles, usually your power blockers.
Flushed out right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Flush to his right. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes.
Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Crosby connects on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. From the 24, Mon. Open here, Adam Thielen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mon going to throw it. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. Second and 10. Back to the air, Mond.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again. Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Love with a give to Dillon.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. To throw now. Here's Love.
Got a man. It's Tunyon.
And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Play action this time with Love. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers have moved on in front. Crosby with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
2nd and 9.
Now back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the ball and not deliver downfield and take that sack? And did he make sure that he's ready into this game?
And out of the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Vikings 14.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Love. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And his throw is incomplete.
2 first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones.
A giant hole up the middle.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
78 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They'll run here with Dillon.
A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
His 6th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall.
And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battles.
Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Mond.
Escaping the pressure right. Open man here is Conklin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
3rd down from the gun, it's Mond.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Dean Lowry in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy. Before he's out of bounds. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A give to Jones. And he gets it down to the 32.
91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Kenny Nwagu now out of his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, second and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wildcard spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
The play fake, Mon. Under pressure is Mon, and he'll go down. Rashawn Gary, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and count.
Touchdown! Packers.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out, sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of a yard.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on touchdown.
It's caught at the 1. Dalvin Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
point after, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Rodgers on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And this will be a Packers first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. Love now. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think, you know?
It got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Crosby with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they'll begin by running the option.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first two quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here.
The final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
First down and much more here for Jones. 30. 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
You think about the great running backs in the game today. I don't know if Aaron Jones is a name that comes immediately to mind, but it should, evidenced by that run there.
And that's a second touchdown run of this game, and this one add a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Mond's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mond looks to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Mond. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. On 4th down, Mond. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but veteran sticks in his pocket.
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They run once more with Dillon.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Throwing. Love.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
59 mark, check, 59.
Mon now off of play action.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. A give. This is Cook. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
On 2nd down, Mon.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now Mon. Buying time to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau, and their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 12. To the right side, this is Dillon.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Xavier Woods with a pick.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Mon going to throw it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They go play action here. Mon. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Going for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
43 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
He's not going to get me. Check.
On first down, it's Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Now a handoff to Dillon.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Again, it's Dillon.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They're not ready for this. They're still playing soccer. Y'all playing wrong football.
The give is to Jones. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 more on that one and another first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Nwangu. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here's Mond. They're going for it. Space to run past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The point after is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Rodgers on the return.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the
and they take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
And they will take a knee here. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about